So I'll go ahead and call this meeting of the Madison Local School Board to order, and we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Mrs. Melissa Walker.
Here.
Mrs. Cotterman.
Here.
Mr. Mosier.
Here.
Miss Amy Walker.
Here.
Mr. Porter.
Here.
Can I get a motion to adopt the agenda?
So moved.
Second? I'll second.
Go ahead.
Discussion?
I need to remove item K, 1C. I cannot vote for Jenna Hendershot and Brian Mosier.
Okay, so we're going to separate that from the consent agenda, and we'll vote on those items separately.
Mrs. Melissa Walker.
4.
Mrs. Cotterman.
4.
Mr. Porter.
4.
Mr. Mosier.
4.
Miss Amy Walker.
4. Can I get a motion for approval of previous board meeting minutes?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Oh, there we go. Discussion?
Mr. Mosier.
4.
Mr. Porter.
4.
Mrs. Cotterman.
4.
Mrs. Melissa Walker.
4.
Miss Amy Walker.
4. And then E, presentation of certificates and recognition.
Yeah, we have several items to celebrate tonight, several great things going on in the district, and we'll start with our Ram Pride Award winners and start with our teacher, which we are recognizing tonight, Miss Kim Miller, if she would come forward. And I'd like to read some comments that were provided to me from Mr. Grove and Mr. Conway, who nominated Miss Miller. It is with great pleasure and sincere honor that I nominate Miss Kim Miller for Teacher of the Month. Miss Miller possesses a remarkable ability to connect with students, building relationships that are both genuine and lasting. This strength has been a defining hallmark throughout her 33-plus years of dedicated service to Madison schools. During her tenure, Ms. Miller has taught a wide range of courses within the career technical education business pathway. Those courses include accounting, keyboarding, financial literacy, business ethics, and more. Through this work, she has made a profound and positive impact on students and families alike, setting a high standard of excellence at Madison Comprehensive High School. Ms. Miller's warm smile and engaging personality are truly infectious, and they help explain why her students consistently find success and fondly reminisce about her classes long after they've graduated. Her influence extends well beyond the classroom. As chairperson of Career Technical Education, she has created meaningful, lasting impact not only for students, but also for her colleagues. Ms. Miller's work ethic is second to none. She is without question one of the most dependable, reliable, and respected leaders, teachers, co-workers, and friends that Madison has to offer. Her dedication, passion, and commitment do not go unnoticed, and she consistently sets the bar high for those around her. Teacher of the Month, Ms. Kim Miller.
I will say one thing before she takes off here. The last 4 years as a career tech director, getting to work with her as the chairperson for career tech has been sometimes a savior for me. And she's been my person that I've gone to lean on with lots of different advice in many difficult situations. Later on, we'll talk about missing her as she's going to be retiring, but I just appreciate her and everything she's given to this district and to me personally too. So thank you so much for everything you've given.
I just have one thing to say. I know everybody's asking, oh, are you excited about retiring? And I really do have mixed feelings. Yes, it's time, but I am going to miss this place. Madison will always be a part of my heart. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And our non-teaching staff member of the month is Mr. Josh, affectionately known as Buzz Miller. If he would come forward. Mr. Miller is an invaluable asset to the operations department. He is attentive and thorough in both his communications and follow-through. He consistently goes above and beyond to ensure that building needs are addressed, completing tasks with care, professionalism, and a strong sense of urgency. When emergencies arise, he does not hesitate to step in and resolve issues in a timely and professional manner. Buzz has been an asset not only to the district, but also to me personally, and this is Mr. Neron's comments, as I transitioned into the operations supervisor position. His vast knowledge of the buildings, operations, procedures, and equipment has greatly improved my understanding of the district. Through his guidance and support, he has helped make this transition significantly smoother. He is proactive in ensuring that issues are either resolved quickly or brought to my attention so they can be handled appropriately. His positive attitude, dedication, and reliability make him an essential member of Madison local schools. We are truly fortunate to have Mr. Miller on our team. Staff Member of the Month, Mr. Josh Buzz Miller.
And as Mr. Peterson has read, Josh has been instrumental with me taking over this position. Just the ins and outs, the idiosyncrasies of this position, he's done it, he knows it. I mean, he's worked with Steve for many years. It's just made my life a lot easier. So, thank you. I appreciate it.
Next, we're going to recognize Mifflin Elementary School. So, Mr. Stump, if you would come forward, and Ms. Porter. And I don't know if you saw anything in the media this week, but the students at Mifflin were recognized by winning the Prodigy Monthly State Championship for the month of March, which now qualifies them for the national competition coming up from May 1st to May 15th. So we would like to congratulate and recognize the entire school for their efforts and for winning that state championship for the month of March. Congratulations.
Just to give you some background knowledge of what we've accomplished, Mrs. Porter all year long has kind of, as our math chair, has been really invested in seeing our data improve. And so using Prodigy, she noticed that from a state perspective, we kept on climbing the ranks every month. 19th, 14th, 7th. And then one month, I think it was February, she's like, we were like 5th in the whole state. So they kept going and using Prodigy just to work on those calculations, and then it ended up we were first place in March. So we do have a national competition. We are launching May 1st. It's for 2 weeks. We are really pumping up the kids. There are incentives if they win first, second, or third in the nation. And looking at our data, we have a strong chance of actually doing it. So wish us luck, and thank you for your time tonight. Thank you.
And then next, Mr. Grove, if you would come forward, and Mr. McVicker has a banner to present to you and to your staff. As we have shared earlier in the year, the Career Technical Center, our career technical students and staff were their report card from last school year, they received an overall rating of 5 stars, which is, as we know, the highest you can get. And this is the 3rd consecutive year for an overall 5-star rating for our Career Technical Center. And I just want to read one snippet from the letter that we received from the director of the Department of Education and Workforce down in Columbus. Mr. Dakin stated, "The overall 5-star award reflects the dedication and hard work that you and your team put into ensuring students are equipped with the essential tools for their growth, learning, and achievement. I applaud your educators, staff, and administrators for their efforts to create a learning environment where students can thrive both academically and personally. Your work makes a difference in the lives of your students." So again, want to congratulate Mr. Grove, all of the career tech teachers, as well as all of the teachers at the high school and across the district, because an award like this doesn't happen with just the work that's done at the high school and just in career tech. It's a reflection of a pre-K to 12 education here at Madison. So Mr. Grove, anything you'd like to add to that?
No, just thank you for this recognition. Also congratulating, like you said, congratulating our entire staff, our community, our students. Without their hard work and dedication, again, not just career tech when it comes to web exams and credentials and work-based learning hours, it is the foundation of reading, writing, math, all of those different things that go into the metrics that are just the starting point of where these opportunities can take our students. So not a congratulations to me, but a congratulations to everybody else and all of those hands that went into this. So thank you. Okay, me again, I'm sorry. I would like to, Mrs. North, if you would like to come up along with Jamelyn and Olivia, come on up, please. I'd just like to briefly recognize we have several students that have qualified to compete at the national level for BPA. And those students are Kylie Carroll, she is competing in Health Administrative Procedures. Elena Washington, Fundamental Word Processing. These students could not be here tonight, unfortunately. Aubrey Kahn, Administrative Support Team. Nick McGlott, Payroll Accounting. AJ Studer, also the Administrative Support Team. And with us tonight, getting their certificates, Olivia Penrod, again, Administrative Support Team, and Jamelyn Mays. Just want to congratulate them and wish them luck. I believe coming up here May 6th, 5th, 2 weeks from today, we'll be in Nashville, Tennessee, competing against the best in the nation. So congratulations and best of luck to y'all. Congratulations. Yep, open it up. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I want to thank the board for having us here tonight. We want to recognize the accomplishments that our wrestlers had once again, and this one was historic. We actually took 3 wrestlers. Tonight we have 2 of them here. Estella Cooper-Smith is here and Jackson Stakem. But Aiden Proctor is actually playing baseball right now until this rain comes. And I just wanted to recognize these people because, first of all, it's just a tremendous accomplishment. To go down to state is an accomplishment, but to place is just something else. But it's the first time in school history that we've had 3 people go down and place in the 1 year. So that's quite impressive. And all 3 of the kids that went down there this year had a better year than they had the year before. So quite an accomplishment. It's quite an accomplishment for Coach Mosier, but also for the kids. It's just wrestling becomes, it's so difficult because it's self-commitment and it's work ethic every day. And it's not just a team sport because, you can wrestle individually to get there. And I know the amount of hours that these kids have put in, and I know the amount of hours that Coach Mosier puts in. And I couldn't be more proud of what they did this year and what they have accomplished. I'm going to let Brian speak a little bit on all their accomplishments because it wasn't just the state, and it wasn't just that all three of them are all Ohioans and will be on our wall. And of course, Estella is the first female athlete to ever place since the OHSA recognized women's wrestling. So there's a lot of firsts in here, and they all made us proud. The last thing I want to say before I let Brian talk is all three of them are just tremendous kids. When it comes to leadership in our school, when it comes to their grades, how they behave themselves, I mean, we couldn't have better leaders represent us down at that state tournament. So very proud of them, and I'd like to give the mic here to Brian and let them talk about their individual accomplishments.
All right, thanks, Doug. Since Aiden's not here, we'll go through a couple stats. First place, Tom Ellis Classic. First place, Sally George. First place, Nordonia. First place, OCCs. I think it's his second consecutive. First place in Northwest Districts. Took sixth place at state. His season record was 46-9, bringing his career varsity record up to 115-34. So he hit his 100th career win this year. He was voted this year's most season takedowns, had most season near falls, voted as the 110% award, and he was co-most valuable wrestler for the boys team. And again, he's a two-time state placer, and Aiden returns next year for his senior year. Jackson Stancombe, he's two-time All-Ohioan, the second two-time state placer. 2005, he's sixth place. 2006, fourth place. He's two-time state qualifier. Districts, 2025, he took first. Last year, he took second. Four-time district qualifier, three-time conference champion, 14 career first-place tournament finishes, including the prestigious Top Gun tournament, which makes him the first champion that we've had since I became head coach. He's also named the Sally George Most Valuable Wrestler, which is kind of uncommon for a heavyweight to get it, but that's an awesome thing to have. 2026 season record, 42-6. His career varsity record, 144-41. He had the most season pins, season's fastest pins for the boys, which 9 seconds. Team captain for 2 years, voted Code Team MVP, Jersey Mike's Athlete of the Week, and most recently, Mansfield News Journal All-Star Team. Jackson finishes his high school career at Madison, most decorated heavyweight in Madison wrestling history. Estella Cooper-Smith, 2026, All-Ohioan, took 7th place. Again, first female wrestler in Madison history since girls has become sanctioned. She's a two-time state qualifier, 2024. She took second at districts, 2026, third at districts. The three-time district qualifier, three-time sectional champion, team captain for 2 years, voted MVP, team MVP twice, voted 110% award twice, 4-year letter winner, 18 career first place tournament finishes, Jersey Mike's Athlete of the Week, and again, Mansfield News Journal All-Star Team. Season record 52-10, bringing her career varsity record to 142-34, which is not bad for starting out 4-8 as a freshman. Becomes the first female wrestler to hit that 100-win mark at Madison. She had the most season takedowns, most season near falls, most season pins, and the fastest pin for the girls with 12 seconds. Estella finishes her high school career most successful female wrestler in Madison history. It's a privilege to coach you two, and I wish you the best of luck in everything that you do. All right, good job.
Congratulations to you all on your accomplishments. We're very proud of you. Next up, item F, recognition of visitors.
I'd like to introduce our agent, Mr. Gary Walters, and the gentleman from Ohio School Plan. They have a practices award they'd like to bestow upon a couple of our esteemed colleagues.
Hello. Gary. Hey, Rob. Wow, that's tough to follow, by the way. I got to tell you. Least accomplished high school athletes of all time?
correct.
I'm fairly certain.
Correct.
Wow. My name is Travis Thompson. I'm the Vice President of Risk Management for the Ohio School Plan, your insurance carrier. We have an annual award that we give called the Mike Davis Best Practices Award. The Best Practice Award, schools are nominated for their loss control efforts. And the idea here is we want to find schools that are doing things that are going to help everybody else. We named it the Mike Davis Best Practice Award in honor of the former school treasurer at Talawanda Local Schools. Mike Davis unfortunately lost his life to COVID. He was one of the first in the state. And I can't think of a better way to honor his memory and talking about the things that he always taught us. I mean, Mike came out of the fashion industry in New York to the wonderful world of school treasures. So there's hope, Brad. But I picture Mike standing here with me today with his suspenders, his goofy smile, his GQ haircut, all the wonderful things, proud to talk about what your nomination was. In the process of nominating schools for this award, I reach out to the agents and say, hey, have you come across anything that is really, I guess, noteworthy to help everybody else? And Gary said, yeah, Brad helped my business. You have my attention. He said, I talked to Brad, and Brad was asked a question about a chief information security officer from your printer and copier vendor. What the heck is a chief information security officer? Well, as we're going along this question and answer, apparently you all have a vendor that helps you with a virtual chief information security officer that you use for penetration testing to make your IT presence, your cybersecurity presence better. Gary thought so much of it. He talked to the guy. He has it for his business now too. I don't know of another school that helped their agent get better. And for that, you're receiving a check tonight for $2,500 in honor of Mr. Mike Davis as the Ohio School Plan 2025 Best Practice Award winner. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for making your students better, but my buddy better too. Somebody's going to have to help him. But congratulations. This is outstanding work.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. I can't take the credit, though. I've got to give the credit to Mr. Luke Strom, who's up there in the booth. Mr. Kirk, over there, and Mr. Peterson. Without those three, none of this would have happened. So the hat's off to them for that. So, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, item G, Administrative Committee reports. There's no legislative report. Athletic Board of Control.
Go ahead.
Okay. We met a couple of weeks ago and finalized everything for winter and set the budgets for next year. So there are copies up here if anybody would like to see them.
Okay. Student representatives' comments. Good evening.
Good evening. The track team is about halfway through their season. Conference is about 3 weeks away. This Friday, they have a meet up in Huron with hopes that the lake doesn't bring too much cold wind to the meet. Softball and baseball have played Lexington 2 times this week, with one of them being tonight and one of them last night. The girls unfortunately fell to the Minutemen after a hard fight, and they are taking them on again tonight to regain their crown, and the boys did claim a victory last night. Prom is next weekend, so Executive Committee is very hard at work trying to get everything sorted out to have the evening be wonderful and run smoothly. Student Council is finally having their yearly officer elections, so hopefully at the next meeting I will have a few others to do introductions with me. Thank you.
Thank you. Student achievement.
At the high school, state testing has begun. Teaching staff has worked extremely hard to put the students in the best position to be successful on the tests. The results of the tests not only provide graduation pathways, but the results also reflect on our school in our annual report card. The Noon Optimist Club Student Recognition Program. The Noon Optimist Club of Mansfield recognized some of our best and brightest. The Noon Optimist Club is a service organization that focuses on supporting children and young people. The event was held at the Dan Lew Exchange Deluxe Catering and Event Center. Emma Reynolds and Esther Stanfield were presented with Quality Student Awards. The National Honor Society members participated in the 5th annual Spring Cleanup Day at the Madison Community Youth Park. Beds were mulched, signs were hung, and fields were readied for the upcoming baseball and softball season. Many members grew up playing on these fields and were excited to be able to help the members of the Madison Community Youth Park Board and serve the Madison community. NHS is founded on the 4 pillars of service, scholarship, leadership, and character. At the middle school, they finished their 3rd quarter with 68 students with all A's and 224 students with all A's and B's. They had their first ever literacy night on April 9th, and they had about 350 people attend. It was a night of fun and working through literacy skills. State testing has begun, and we're putting our best foot forward to do their best on the test. The building is trying to encourage students to do their best, so students who demonstrate growth on all of their grade level state assessments are excused from school on the last day and a half of school. This is not passing the test, but showing the growth. This means every student is eligible and can meet this goal. This is our 3rd year of this incentive, and we have noticed an increase in student scores as well as effort. At Mifflin, the Literacy Committee recently hosted their annual Literacy Night where they celebrated their 2 books that the school read this year, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz and The Water Horse. Students and families had a great time with activities, crafts, and food celebrating a shared love of reading. Mifflin and Eastview students put on a critically acclaimed performance of The Lion King Kids, showcasing talent in both acting and singing. Mifflin also had its PBIS celebration of a Down on the Farm Day where students participated in an egg hunt for prizes such as a year-long pass to Altitude Jump Park or the Little Buckeye Museum. This month, Mifflin is geared up and ready to tackle the Ohio State tests and put forth best effort in showcasing everything that has been learned. And lastly, at Eastview, they just wrapped up their ELA state testing and are preparing for math testing next week. They're looking forward to their upcoming math and literacy night themed around books by Kate DiCamillo, which will take place this Thursday from 5:30 to 7 p.m. As they head into May, they anticipate a busy time filled with end-of-year testing and celebrations. Our students and staff continue to work hard each and every day.
That's all. Sorry, Mr. Neron, I forgot about you. Facilities.
We don't have a whole lot to update today. One item is the athletic-funded turf project wrapped up on the 9th of April. Everything's completed now. There was a couple of punch list items that actually wrapped up this week, paving at the approach to the track and the replacement door at the baseball field. So they got that finished. Other than that, we're just deep into the planning stages of this move, getting equipment, trucks lined up, manpower, as you can see in there, hiring for this board meeting. But other than that, everything's been going well. Thank you.
Thank you. Anything from the Finance Committee?
Yes. We met last Monday, and we do have something for the board to go over. We recognized that there was a little, I think everyone kind of forgot about, in our taxation policy, we left some blanks, and so we need to fill them in. It's under the section where we establish like targets and benchmarks to be set aside and the amount and what fund they will be coming from. And I believe, are you going to speak again for us? It's under how much money per year for the needs of the district for the next 5 years for repairs, maintenance, capital, and permanent improvements to be paid from, and the Finance Committee's recommended the general fund. We don't have a permanent improvement fund or anything like that, so it would be the general fund. And I think Brad's going to talk about the amount, and same Mr. Neron to explain how much some things cost as far as the maintenance.
Yeah, so she is correct. It would come from the general fund because we don't have a separate PI levy. There is some money that comes for this school that was voted on. It had to be with the OFCC project, but that's only for the middle school. They can't use it district-wide. So this maintenance and things would have to come from the general fund. So the second set of 4Xs would have to be general fund. It's on B, that's what you're looking at, this the highlight. The first set of 4Xs per year, we had discussed, and I know this is going to sound like a lot of money, but let me go into it. We discussed somewhere between $750,000 and $1 million a year, and here's why. Chromebooks are repairs and replacements. That's $250,000 a year. And a bus, we have 22 buses, so if we only replace one bus every year, our oldest bus in the fleet's 22 years old. That's an old bus to, have 80 kids ride around. So, there's $140,000. So between Chromebooks and a bus, that's $400,000. I asked Mr. Neron, we're going to talk a little bit about some roofs and some paving. You mind giving us a few numbers?
Yeah, roofing as a district-wide a year, we're looking between $180,000 and $200,000 easily to be able to do. Our high school roof section this year is a partial part of it. That's $147,000 a month. Parking lots. Our next section at the high school is $79,000 set up for this year. Whether we can do that or not at this point, I don't know. But in general, you're looking at like $150,000 for each section that we do throughout the district. General upkeep, PMs, preventative maintenance schedules, things of that nature on our generators, on our boilers, just equipment throughout the buildings. We're looking at about $150,000 a year. Lighting throughout the district. The athletic venues are, I shouldn't say killing us. They're antiquated light system. Every time we fire those up, it's a $150 draw just to fire them up. So
Yeah, they're 480 volt, aren't they?
Yes. So to go to LEDs, that's a $180,000 project, but within the first few years, you're going to pay for it. So, just things of that nature throughout the district. Yeah.
So, conservatively, it would be 750. Actually, what would be nice, should be $1 million, because then if there's any extra left over, I know that there's windows at the high school that are single pane and cracking around the seals. There's a lot of things that really need fixed in some buildings, and unless we were able to get in a position to replace them, we're going to have to maintain what we have. So the discussion is basically, low ball it at 750 or put $1 million in there for what we really should, would be sufficient. So do you guys want me to just kind of think about this, and we'll present it again next meeting? You want to think about it for a little while?
I think that, that
and
would be
then
fine.
put it on the agenda to vote on, is that what would happen?
So you would amend we would be amending the policy and
And
put
then
the price on there. Yeah,
and-
we can do a first reading if you want. You can bring it back next month, discuss it, and then we can put it on for a final reading.
Okay.
in June if you want.
Does the board have a preference if I put 750, or a preference if I put $1 million, or do you want me to put a 750 hyphen $1 million?
So can I ask, currently, you're already kind of budgeting for some of these things, correct? Like, not in this way as part of the policy, but you already have some of these things written in.
So that is correct. However, I think you've heard me present and say I'm uncomfortable with how little money we're spending on some capital improvements. So for example, Mr. McVicker, he comes to me with the budgets for the Chromebooks. Is this 2 years now in a row we've said we can't afford to replace them? So we're now 2 years behind. It's been, I talk to Mike Yost every year, and Mr. Peterson says, comes to it and says, we're going to do the Ohio school plan and be on the ballot, go out for bid, but that doesn't mean we're going to buy a bus. It's been a couple of years that we've not purchased a bus, which we really should have. So the answer to your question is yes, it's budgeted, but when we are that tight on money, I can't not pay teachers, I can't not pay for the electric, can't not pay for the insurance. We can replace some Chromebooks down the road. Now, that being said, it just means it's going to be a bigger purchase when we do it. And same with buses. We'll kick buses down the road, but instead of replacing one in a year or two, we might have to replace two.
So it's estimated cost for $750,000 is about the price of what it costs now.
Yeah.
That could change next year.
Correct.
And this is a target.
Yes,
You're not going to start budgeting $1 million right away. This is a target down the road.
Your policy for the benchmark and measure that so this is a taxation policy that you developed to go out to the public to ask, why are we going out for a levy? Okay? This was put in here. These are some of the needs that this is why we would go out for a levy, because we need $1 million or $750,000.
It's a way for us to be transparent with the community on where this money is going.
Correct.
And if I recall correctly, when we discussed these things, we were going to work on target A first, and then we would move on to target B.
Mm-hmm.
So once we hit 60 days cash is essentially when we would try to start working on setting that money aside, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
So,
if $1 million is the recommendation, we don't even know what that's going to look like in 5 years. It could be, we could need more than that.
and this is, like you said, this is just a benchmark that we want to strive for. So, okay, 1 million is.
Anything else on that? Nope. Okay, superintendent's update.
Yeah, I'll just move through a few things quickly. We are coming down the home stretch of the school year, down to 25 days, school days for students, and that number is 22 for our seniors and for our elementary students, based on how we modified the calendar earlier in the year. So we are heavy into our state testing period. Our teachers, students, and administrators are working very hard to get the state testing all done and done well and successfully. A couple of events later this week to celebrate Mifflin. Friday at 2:30, the class of 2006 will be digging up a time capsule that they buried with several things in it way back in 1999. So we're excited and looking forward to the class of 2006, digging that up, seeing what's in there, and sharing it with us. And then the following day, this Saturday, from 10 to 2, 10 o'clock in the morning to 2 p.m., we're going to have an open house where former students, parents, anybody who wants to come out and see the building and walk through it and reminisce is welcome to come. We're going to have some light refreshments as well. Mrs. Neeron and several others who have helped her have kind of put this on, and I think they're going to have yearbooks and some things from the past available for people to look at and dig through. As we move into the month of May here soon, there'll be several special recognition events culminating with high school graduation of our seniors on Sunday, May 30th. That'll take place right here in this building at 2 o'clock on the 30th. Elementary Olympics, I think I've shared with you in previous meetings. Those will take place at 6 o'clock on Monday, May 18th, with a rain date the following night. And I think many of us are aware, Election Day is May 5th. I can't encourage anybody to vote a certain way, but I do want to encourage everybody to get out and vote. We have a levy on the ballot, and that levy is very pivotal as far as how we move forward financially in the district. If the levy passes, we'll be able to maintain a lot of our programming and do some of the things that we just talked about. Unfortunately, if the levy fails, we're going to continue to be in the ongoing cycle of cuts and the negativity that goes along with those cuts. So very pivotal levy coming up in May. And I just encourage everybody to get out and vote. That concludes my update.
Thank you. Eastview kids are here. You guys have been so patient. Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to go first before my Eastview friends over here, and we're excited to be here tonight to talk about our outstanding staff and students at Eastview. We have a lot of things to share that we're really proud of, so I'm going to go into the all of the academic portions, and then they're going to fill you in with everything else happening in the school. So. All right, so first up we have our iReady growth. So this is just kind of a snapshot where we were mid-year. So you can see from the beginning of the year, those are what's in the parentheses down underneath. So from 15%, and the highest category where we're meet or above grade level, we have 42% of our students in that section and 30% on. And then if you, even at the yellow, the 26, I mean, some of those kids are only missing that mark by just like a month. So only 2% of our kids are in the red area right now in our mid-year. So we're aiming for even more improvement when we do it again in May. So for math, same thing, we have had a lot of improvement. So from 4% up to 27% at above grade level, and from 15% up to 26%, from 71% to 44%, because we grew so much in the green, which is what we want to see. And again, we're only at 3% of our students that we really are focusing and helping in small group remediation. That's happening every day in the classroom. So really proud of where we are right now mid-year. And then on our next slide, this is our report card, and we were over the top proud of where we were for this report card. So 4.5 stars, as said previously, 5-star would be a perfect report card, and we were so close. We actually were at first, and then when they did some final calculations, bumped us down to 4.5. That was a bummer, but still super proud of our kids. So you can see for achievement, we have 4 stars, for progress, 3 stars, our gap closing, 5 stars, and our early literacy, 4 stars. But what we're really proud of, this breaks it down, how our students actually tested into the 5 categories that show up on the state test. So you can see for our 3rd graders, over half of our kids, so 60.4% of our students are above proficient. So proficient is what we want. Above that we have accelerated, and then we had advanced. So 60.4% of our students in 3rd grade were either advanced or accelerated. So I think that's pretty impressive to speak volumes of how hard our students are working and how hard our staff is working. Same thing for our 3rd grade. For to the left, we had English language arts, to the right is math. So 68.7% of our students are in the advanced or the accomplished category. So that's above proficient. So we're really proud of that. Same for our 4th graders. So our 4th graders, 60% of our students are either advanced or accelerated. And for math, 67.5% of our students are advanced or accelerated. So we are doing great things there, working hard, and we couldn't do it without our excellent students at Eastview and our phenomenal staff. So that's all I have. I'm the very short part, and I'm going to turn it over to Mrs. Drake, and I just want to thank her. She stepped up in a big way for this year. We didn't really have any teachers that were interested this year in doing student council. So Mrs. Drake is our building paraprofessional, and she's amazing. So she took this under her wings for the first year and has really flown and taken off with it. And I think the kids can agree that she's done a pretty good job. All right, so they're here to share what they've been up to under the direction of Mrs. Drake.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Drake. I'm the building para at Eastview. I've been there for 5 years doing that position. I absolutely love it. I get to make hundreds of friends every year, and it's the best experience I've ever had. I took on student council this year. Student council is a big part of my life through elementary, middle, and high school. So it was an honor to get to help these kids and lead them. Our stepping stone this year has been, I didn't want them to just be a leader in our building. I wanted them to also be a leader in their community. I keep telling them sometimes being a leader means stepping outside of your comfort zone. So that's what we did this year. We did a lot of stuff in our building, but we also spent a lot of time doing stuff for our community and families from our building as well. So I will let the students tell you about some of the things we got to accomplish this year.
I'm going to talk about a couple of the changes we got to make outside of Eastview. Students school-wide who finish their art assignments are given cards made by the Student Council to color. These cards are collected and hand-delivered to every person living in the Oak Grove Manor. These seniors received a Happy Fall, Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, and Happy Easter card. We will also be giving them a Have a Great Summer card. In October, we hosted a park cleanup at Liberty Park. Students, staff, and alumni were invited to join us to collect trash throughout the park. We had a group of 31 people come together. We collected 35 bags of trash and dug 3 tires out of the mud. This was a rewarding experience.
In November, we decided to keep helping others. We wanted to feed families in need for the holiday, so we hosted our very own food drive. Thanks to school-wide donations, we were able to feed 7 families. Each family got to choose between a turkey or a ham, then was provided everything they needed for all the traditional sides that come along with Thanksgiving. We even got to provide more than dinner. They had a variety of breakfast items, a gallon of milk each, and other everyday pantry items.
Yeah. When December rolled around, we were itching to help even more. We decided to raise money to help give families a little extra holiday cheer. We had a couple ideas in mind, but a little holiday elf gave us an even more fun idea: a snowball fight. We sold votes for 25 cents. Students could cast as many votes as they wanted for what staff member would be snowballed. Of course, we used soft foam snowballs. We would never hurt our amazing staff. The class with the most votes got to snowball the staff member with the most votes. We raised $400.50.
We weren't done yet. We were doing so much for others. We wanted to do something for our students too. So Jenny's Penguin Patch was our next big job. We decorated a whole classroom as Winter Wonderland and turned it into a store. We sold items for students who wanted to shop for their families. We kids love to buy for the people we love too, after all. For a whole week, the shop was run by our parents who were able to volunteer. Then we cleaned it all up just in time for Holiday Spirit Week.
After Christmas break was over, we got a chance to do our very own assembly. We got to encourage students to do their best on our mid-year diagnostic tests. We had a couple staff members act in a few little skits with us. We showed students how to warm up their brains, how to prepare themselves, and remind themselves to be kind. Besides, tests aren't about being perfect, but about doing our best to show how much we've learned. We also hosted a school-wide Be a Buddy, Not a Bully twinning day. We encouraged students to choose a friend, new or old, to dress alike, with as a way to encourage unity.
In the last 2 months, we have remained busy. We raised money selling candy grams. Students could purchase a gram to send to other students or staff. We sorted the grams and attached a piece of candy to each one. The money raised was donated to the United Way. We raised $154. We also filled eggs for a school-wide PBIS egg hunt. Throughout the year, we have been collecting recycling from around the school to take out to the recycling truck. As teachers have been cleaning their rooms, that job has gotten bigger and heavier.
In the last 2 months, we have remained busy. We raised money selling candy grams.
You're down here.
Barely more than a month left to go before school lets out. We aren't done yet. We are planning a spring flower planting session at Liberty Park. We also have a lot of plans for our staff for Staff Appreciation Week. I think I can speak for all of the Eastview Student Council when I say being able to do all the things we've done this year has made me feel like we are able to do anything we set our mind to. We feel encouraged to always find a way to help those around us. Thank you for letting us tell all of you about our experiences. We are all honored to be here and want to thank you for keeping Madison Schools all about us. After all, we are the future.
Thank you for letting the kids have a chance to talk. Like I said, they did a lot of stuff for our community and for our students. It got to a point where I had to keep telling them, like, guys, we can only do so much. The kids wanted to do something new every week, from toy drives, food, like multiple food drives. They wanted to keep it going nonstop. So we eventually had to slow it down a little because we were constantly helping everybody, and I think they did a tremendous job this year. Thanks for letting us have some of your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, item I, approval of donations. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
I'll second.
Discussion.
I'd just like to thank all of our donors, and especially just recognition for the Rams Care Closet. You can see several donations on there, and our community has really come together to support that. If you don't know what that is, that is at the high school, and just a variety of items that students might need, and to maintain hygiene and other things. And they've put that together. Jen Steffi and I think several others have put that together at the high school, and that's just been a real nice thing for our students at the high school. So thank you to all of our donors.
Thank you.
Mr. Porter? 4. Mrs. Melissa Walker?
4.
Mr. Mosier?
4.
Mrs. Cotterman?
4.
Miss Amy Walker?
4. Item J, Treasurer's Business. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
And a second.
I'll second.
Discussion.
So we'll talk first thing about the revenues. I'm going to sound like a broken record when it says timing. But the first two things, the tax revenue and the other local generated revenue, are the variances for the month and variances for the year are literally just timing. We got an advance from the for a real estate settlement, and it just so happens when I requested it this year, there was more collected than I had requested it at that point in time last year, so that's why that's a little higher. And if you remember me talking a little bit about the state of Ohio and when they determined how to reimburse us for excess cost, that's how that changed there. The one area in the revenue that is not timing is the state foundation. Yes, we're up, but it's like 0.6%, which you remember back in the fall when I was talking about I presented the forecast. I said state revenue is going to be less than 1% flat, pretty much, and 0.6 is pretty much flat. So that is the accurate one. We did end March with 29 days of cash on hand, but that's only because we collected so much in real estate on the advance. I do want to talk a little bit before I go on about, we talked about like 60 days cash on hand for the taxation policy, and you hear a lot of people say, well, that's the, Government Finance Officials Association recommendation. One of the reasons a school district needs at least 2 months of cash on hand is because, like with these real estate settlements, we get those twice a year. So unlike a person who gets a paycheck every week or every other week, and you can spread that out, we get those basically nice chunks to support us for 6 months at a time. I mean, I can ask for advances, but you don't get a lot in the advances. So because of that, you really do need 60 days cash on hand to sustain you for those last couple months before you get your real estate settlement. And last week I was at a conference and I was told that Cuyahoga County said they're not going to even give advances anymore. Well, if we wouldn't get advance, we wouldn't have been able to pay our bills, honestly. So we rely on those advances. So that's the revenues. Expenditures, luckily right now we are right on track. We're 3/4 of the way through the fiscal year, 75%. And when you take all of the salaries combined, we're at 74.97, which is 75%. Benefits 74.16, so that's right, there, less than a percentage away from 75. The few areas where we are below 75% are things like purchase services and supplies, and that's because we aren't billed every month for purchase services. We'll get bills like at the end of the year for the last 3 months. So that's expected, but we are on track, and I know even though expenditures are down for the month, they should be down for the next couple months because we are budgeting, and I budgeted and forecasted to spend less this year than last year, so that's why this is going to go down. Back to this here, the comparing the forecast to actual and comparing it to last year. Last year we were at 72%. This year we're at 73. 2 years ago we were at 74. We're 75% of the way through the year, so we're right on track where we're supposed to be. And the only reason the revenues are higher is because of the timing of the advance. And then this last, I just didn't change this slide because it's just relevant data and information to, how we spend our money and where it goes. Is there any questions before I move on to the next? All right, so the next thing, number 2, approval of the Disadvantaged Pupil Impact Aid and Student Wellness and Success Fund expenditure plan. So when we get our state funding, the state of Ohio restricts on what we can spend some of our money. And 2 of those areas are Disadvantaged Pupil Impact Aid, and another one of the areas is student wellness. And they say you have to spend them on things like, some psychology or psychological purchase services like a school psychologist, or different programs that help kids graduate. I'm not sure what Mr. Leeper and Mr. CBI, like career-based intervention. We spend, kindergarten is only mandated for half day, we do full day. So that other half of a day kindergarten is allowable for a Disadvantaged Pupil Impact Aid. Things like resource officer, those are certain areas that we can use the restricted funds for that we actually already do but I still have to have a plan in place because it's got to be, the Ohio Revised Code says it's got to be posted, and so I can put it on the treasurer's part of the website. You guys have to vote on it. And it's just a plan that we do every year, how we're going to spend that restricted money. The next thing, approving of a participation in the group rating program with Sheakley. So this is what's called a third-party administrator for workers' comp claims. Obviously, if a person gets hurt at work, it's a workers' comp claim, but we, as a board, have to have a third party that actually goes in front of the workers' comp board and, for lack of a better term, you know, they meet with the mediator and they discuss the claim, and then they determine whether or not, you know, it's, if somebody should get partial disability or whether it's an allowable claim or how it works. When the board decided to not join the Ohio School Boards Association, we would have lost, well, we would have lost the group retro rating, which is like a consortium rating with Sedgwick, which is who we are with right now at this point in time. But if we go to Sheakley, which is just another company that is a TPA, we'll save about $10,000 because we don't have to be members of the Ohio School Board Association to get their group retro rating. So by switching TPAs, we'll save about 10 grand. So it's necessary to do that. And I have worked with Sheakley in the past. They are good. And believe it or not, Sedgwick recommended, when I said this is insane, they recommended, you know, well, you can, this is another company that's good. So, and I've worked with them. So I think it's the best thing to do. The next two are requisitions, and those are for adult ed for scholarships, but because of the board policy, requisitions over 50K, you guys have to approve. So that's just what those are. And then number 6 is the resolution to sell the property that did not sell at auction. When we met in executive session last month, we determined, you all determined that I should put a, you know, go ahead and sell it the normal process. So then this resolution has to be passed for me to go through, to help go through the normal process. Any questions on Treasurer's Business 1 through 6?
You guys good?
Yes.
Good. Mrs. Melissa Walker?
4.
Mrs. Cotterman?
4.
Mr. Porter? 4. Mr. Mosier?
4.
Miss Amy Walker?
4. Item K, matters related to personnel, items 1 and 2. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
A second?
I'll second.
Discussion?
Just remember to vote separately.
Is that in K or is it L?
K1.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're removing that
That's
A.
right. Aside from Jenna Hendershot and Brian Mosier
Yep.
in 1. Okay.
Okay.
What about Adam's wife?
Who's the
Is
next?
she under there?
Is she in there?
Yeah.
Who is it? Who is it?
Porter.
I think Adam's wife's on there for a supplemental.
She's on there for volleyball.
Okay, so we're also going to remove Jenna Hendershot, Brian Mosier, and
Jennifer Porter.
Jennifer Porter for another line item vote, correct? Okay. Are we ready, Amy?
All right, so first up, we'll vote on everyone except for Jenna, Brian, and Porter.
Yeah, Jenna, Brian, and Jennifer. Can we go ahead and vote?
Yep.
No discussion? Okay. Mrs. Melissa Walker?
4.
Mrs. Cotterman?
4.
Mr. Porter?
Abstain.
You're
good on this one.
Your wife has been eliminated from this
Oh,
one.
so this is for the overall, so
This is
4.
Yeah. Mr. Mosier?
4.
Miss Amy Walker?
4. And then we'll go ahead and take a vote on Jennifer Porter, Brian Mosier, and Jenna Hendershot.
You should maybe do them separately.
Are we going to do them separate?
Because he can vote on 2 and I can't vote.
All right, then we'll go ahead and just vote on Brian and Jenna.
Okay. So the first one will be for Brian and Jenna.
Mhm.
We don't need a first or anything, right? Because we did that the first time around.
We have to, but
We
just
can
do
do
it.
it. I'll motion for it.
You'll just go ahead and motion for it?
Yeah,
I'll
I'll
second.
just make sure to keep it.
I'll second.
Okay. Mrs. Melissa Walker?
4.
Mrs. Cotterman?
4.
Mr. Porter? 4. Mr. Mosier?
Abstain.
And Miss Amy Walker?
4, and can I get a motion to move on to Jenna?
So moved.
In a second.
Me,
Who seconded it?
Jennifer Porter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Jennifer Porter, sorry, yeah.
I motion. Yeah.
I'll second.
Like a hot mess. Of
Okay, so we have, for just Jenna Porter.
Yep.
Mrs. Cotterman.
4.
Mrs. Melissa Walker.
4.
Mr. Porter.
Abstain.
Mr. Mosier.
4.
Miss Amy Walker.
4. Item L, this one will be easier. Superintendent's business. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, discussion?
The only item that I will comment on is number 8. As part of our reductions, our EMIS coordinator will be working for us 3 days a week next year, and will be working for Ontario schools 2 days a week next year. So that's what that service agreement is with Ontario.
Okay.
And that's all I have.
Mrs. Melissa Walker.
4.
Mr. Mosier.
4.
Mr. Porter. 4. Mrs. Cotterman.
4.
Miss Amy Walker.
4. Item M, visitor comments. Do we have anyone? Okay. Residents' business, the next meeting will be
May 15th.
when is our next meeting? Did we move that one?
22nd, isn't it?
May 13th. Here.
Is it the 3rd?
Yeah, that's right, May 13th.
Is it on there?
Yeah. 13.
Why am I not seeing it?
Yeah.
Oh, May 13th. Yep, 6 o'clock. It'll be at the high school media center. And then can I get a motion to go into executive session?
I'll second.
We'll be discussing item E.
You?
I seconded.
Okay.
And there will be no vote afterwards.
Oh, there will be.
Oh, there will be a vote.
Yeah, you'll have to vote on each of the
Oh, yeah,
expulsion
2 votes.
appeals.
Sorry.
Okay, so Mr. Mosier.
Resolution, yeah.
Mrs. Melissa Walker.
4.
Mrs. Cotterman.
4.
Mr. Porter. 4. Miss Amy Walker.
4. Out of executive session.
So moved.
Second.
So who was the first so moved? Was that Mrs. Cotterman?
That was me.
Oh, that was Mrs. Melissa Walker, and the second was Mr. Mosier at 9:36. So Mrs. Melissa Walker,
4.
Mr. Mosier,
4.
Mr. Porter,
4.
Mrs. Cotterman,
4.
Miss Amy Walker.
4.
So at 9:36. So then the vote on resolution, the
Yes.
expulsion appeal number 1.
Yes, can I get a motion to uphold the superintendent's recommendation for the expulsion of Honor Moses, which was appeal number 1?
So
Can I get a motion to move that?
So
Second,
I'll second.
discussion?
Mr. Mosier,
4.
Mrs. Melissa Walker,
4.
Mr. Porter,
4.
Mrs. Cotterman,
4.
Miss Amy Walker.
4. And then can I get a motion to uphold the superintendent's expulsion for Rocky Owens, which is the appeal number 2?
So moved.
Oh,
Can I
go
s-
ahead. I'll second.
Discussion?
Hearing none. Mrs. Melissa Walker,
4.
Mr. Mosier,
4.
Mr. Porter,
4.
Mrs. Cotterman,
4.
Miss Amy Walker.
4. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second,
Second.
discussion?
Mrs. Melissa Walker,
4.
Mr. Mosier,
4.
Mr. Porter,
4.
Mrs. Cotterman,
4.
Miss Amy Walker.
4.